is colonoscopy prep day. Yep, you heard that right. Your girl is going to have a colonoscopy done on tomorrow, and it is 11:30. It is Tuesday, December the 16th. It's also my sister's 55th birthday. She's calling it her speed limit birthday. So I slept in until 11 o'clock. That was on purpose because I figured the longer I slept, the less I would want to eat. And so all we can eat today is things that are clear, liquids, jello without color, that kind of thing. And then at 3 o'clock, we start the stuff that we actually have to take in order for your bowels to move. And so I already picked that up. I picked that up the same day that they called it in. I'm pretty sure this is generic soup prep. Yep, it's the generic soup prep. So here it is in the box, and I need to start taking it at 3 o'clock, and then after that I'll take another. I start at 8 o'clock. So it's got 6. Let's go over what it has. I am trying to put this also in short form, trying to bring more awareness to people going to get their colonoscopies and that stuff done. If you're not aware, the age has dropped to 45. And so it used to be, I think it was 55, and then they decreased it by 10 years because they realized, or it might have been 50, because they realized that people were now getting colon cancer earlier and dying from it. And so the guidelines changed several years ago to start asking people to get their colonoscopies done at the age of 45 versus the age of 50 or 55, I can't remember. And if you were not aware, Chadwick Boseman, who was from the upstate of South Carolina, that's what he actually passed away from, was colon cancer. And my mother's mother actually passed away from colon cancer. And my mom has been receiving colonoscopies, she's probably done had 3 or 4, because her mom had it. She has to get hers every 5 years versus every 10 years. So this will be my very first one. And what they have in here is, this is the cup, and you've got 2 bottles of liquid, and then one of the bottles I'm going to have to take at 3 o'clock. The next bottle I'll take at 8 o'clock, and then you just sit there and wait for your stomach to bubble and be close to a toilet. So what we do need to do today is go and get some more clear things that I can eat, and I can't eat anything after midnight tonight. The procedure is tomorrow, which is Wednesday at 11:30. I need to be there by 11. From what I've heard, my friends already had hers done. My mom, of course, has had several. My aunt just had one probably about 3 weeks ago, and within 30 minutes you are up, out, and on your way. So Sean is going to take me, and then the other thing is they give you propofol. So I was thinking I was going to be out for days, and not days, but I thought I was going to be out for hours. So I was excited to come home and just lay down. Mama said I may be a little tired, but not like when I had the hysterectomy and I was extremely exhausted. So propofol, another fact if you didn't know, that is what Michael Jackson overdosed on. He actually had a physician that was at his house that would give him propofol doses so that he could actually get some rest. And so that is what they are going to use for short-term procedures, because it doesn't keep you under long. Okay, so about 30 to 45 minutes, you're up and at them and out of the door. So we're going to get ready just to drink a little bit of this soup. I try to keep some kind of soup on hand just like if you get sick. And so I had this chicken and stars soup already. And so you can't eat the noodles, of course. So I'm just going to be drinking the broth that's on it. Chicken look good in there, ain't but a few pieces, but it sure still do look a little tasty sitting there. And then we just throw this away. I'll throw it down the garbage disposal. So I'm just going to sip on this for a little bit, and then we are going to put on some clothes and head to the grocery store. It ain't bad, but I think I put too much water in it, so it's not as salty. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and sip on this so that we have something on our stomach so we're not ravishing hungry. And the thing is, y'all, sometimes it's more in your head than it really is anything else. Like, can you not really eat food for 24 hours? Yeah, you're not gonna die. And so it's not that big of a deal. Now, I say that now because it's 11:30 and I've only been up an hour or 30 minutes. That may be a different story at 6 or 7 o'clock tonight, but guess what? I'll just go to sleep, and when my stomach starts to rumble, I'll get up, use the bathroom, and go back to sleep. That's one thing about me, I love to sleep. So as long as I can rest, I'll be fine. So we'll take and do everything that we can, because what happens is if you're not completely cleaned out and you get on that table tomorrow and they put up the scope and they can't see, then they're going to reschedule you if I have to come back, and I don't have to do this again. And so prayerfully, everything will go well. They won't find anything, and I'll be coming on back home, and we've got an interesting Wednesday night as well. So let me go finish this up, and then I'll catch up with you all later. All right, real quick, because we got a meeting to jump on at 1 o'clock. Here's what we've ended up getting from the grocery store. We've got the blue Gatorade. It said anything except anything except red or purple. And this is the 0, because I'm not going to pump myself full of sugar today. I got this bone broth that I forgot I used to like. That's the beef one, so I don't get tired of chicken. We got this chicken pot pie. Of course, we can't eat any of the ingredients other than the juice, but I thought that might taste pretty good. And then I got chicken noodle soup, of course. I got 2 cans of it just in case we need the broth from it. And I was influenced by Brooke Kennedy. She was buying this Thera Breath. I don't usually use the after rinse. Yes, I don't usually use mouthwashes. I usually use the pre-dental rinse, and that's it. Because Listerine's is too strong for me, but I'll try that out. And then I got some new cinnamon bread, because I can make us some cinnamon toast this weekend. And I also got just the green Jell-O. And if you're wondering, because you're like me and you don't buy Jell-O, the Jell-O that's already ready is in the refrigerator section, which makes sense because when you make Jell-O on your own, you actually have to put it in the refrigerator. And I meant to make my own, but I didn't have time, so it's fine. And it's 0 sugar. Again, I'm not going to fill myself up on sugar just because I can't eat anything else. So we'll jump on this 1 o'clock, and then I'll be back with y'all whenever with time to mix up our first round of drinks at 3 o'clock. Okay, y'all, this is the outfit of the day for the colonoscopy. It's my very first colonoscopy, and I have on a gray sweater, which I think is cute. I do not know where it's from. I just pulled it out of storage, and then I got on these black pants. That's a part of a 2-piece that I got from Shein. The top actually goes off of the shoulder. I didn't really want to do that, so I just put on these really cute pants. Now, I weighed in this morning at 182.8 pounds. That means I lost 5 pounds of poop and water since yesterday, or throughout yesterday. today, because when I weighed in Monday, I was 187.8. Yesterday, remember, was all clear liquids, diet, no solid foods, and had to drink all that prep stuff. So I did drink one at 3. I drank about 3:30. I drank the other one at 8:15. I was able to sleep last night because it tapered off, which was great. And then right now it's about a quarter to 10. We're going to leave here at 10:30, head over there, get there by 11. Procedure starts at 11:30, and we should be done and on our way home no later than 12:15. So I will let you all know how it goes, but this is the colonoscopy outfit of the day. We have made it back from the colonoscopy. We've actually been back for quite some time now. I think my appointment was at 11:30. They were maybe like 10 minutes behind, but not that big of a deal. And so I think we got back here about 1 o'clock. And I was going to make my own fried rice, but that didn't happen. I was sleepy. And so I ordered some Uber Eats and got some Chinese food, ate a little bit, and watched an episode of Fire Country, talked to my parents, talked to my aunt, and now I'm about to get me some sleep. It was very easy. The hardest part was literally last night, just getting prepped for everything, but everything today was just fine. I mean, the consultants in gastroenterology, everybody was so nice, professional, and they were moving people in and out. So no issues there. I do encourage people, if you haven't gotten your colonoscopy done, go get it done. Prayerfully, everything went well for me. I didn't have any polyps, no issues. They said I don't have to come back for another 10 years, which is great. I tell y'all, that darn propofol though, boy, that was some good sleep. When she got ready to put it in, she's like, it's going to burn. And all I remember was like, oh my God. I said, and she said, what's wrong? I said, my chest burning. And she said, oh, that's normal. And then I don't remember nothing else. I was knocked all the way out. And then I'm pretty sure I was dreaming, but I just can't remember what I was dreaming. But I do remember when I woke up, I'm like, man, can I get another dose of that propofol and a blanket and just leave me over here in the corner and I'll be just fine. So anyways, it is currently 3:20. We need to be downtown at Halls by 7:30. And so we're going to Uber downtown because you cannot legally drive 24 hours after having propofol. And so I am going to go ahead and take me about a 2-hour nap. So if I can wake up at about 5:30 and get ready to get out of here, already showered and everything, get my hair just re-moisturized, throw on some makeup, and I should be able to get in an Uber by 7:15ish and get downtown. So that's the plan for the rest of the day. And so I just wanted to give everybody an update. I wasn't able to get footage on the inside. I tried, but I didn't really have any opportunity to just sneak any footage in. So, but what I can tell you is, they called you in from the lobby. You went into one room and you get to keep the top of your clothes on. So I kept my bra and my shirt on. You just pull off your pants and your underwear, and you can keep your socks on, take off your shoes. And then they put you on a bed, ask you all your questions, that kind of thing. Rolled you down a short hallway into the procedure room itself. The physician was in there, nurse and anesthesiologist. They had already put the line in the pre-op room. And so when I got down there, all the anesthetist has to do was give me the Diprovan. Doctor asked me, did I have any questions? I said only one I wanted to know was when I could go back to the gym, which I can go back tomorrow, which is great. And then they make you take your knees, put them up to your chest, and kind of push your feet out this way towards the edge of the bed, and that's it. The next thing you know, you're waking up in the other room, or that almost like the room that you started in, not necessarily the same one. And then you have your ride must stay with you the entire time. And then they call the ride, then tell them that you're ready, and then you get in the car and you head on out. The doctor did come in, tell me everything went well, and asked me, did I have any more questions? That was it, and that's it. So all they want you to do today is just rest, and then you can eat and whatever you can tolerate. They did say they blow up your stomach with air, and so you may have gas, but it shouldn't smell. But just let all that out to get all the air out. So other than that, that's about it. So if you hadn't had your colonoscopy done, let this be a sign to go and get your colonoscopy done. The hardest part is just the pre-work. All right, I'm going to sleep, and I'll catch y'all tonight at Halls. I sip my tea, watch the sun climb high. No rush today, I let the world pass by. Peace in my chest, no chaos inside. This life is mine, I'm the one who decides. Slow stay, I'm living in my flow state. Grace moves every step
voice in AJ. Disciplines my armor, calms my crown. Build my kingdom, no one tears it down. I speak my truth, let the echoes resound. Power's quiet, that's where it's found. No show